On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are here at German Motor Works with my 2009 Maserati Gran Turismo. And today, well, we've got to give you guys the 2-year update on this car and service it because it hasn't been serviced in quite a while. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we are here with my second generation Maserati Gran Turismo, and it's basically the first year, one of the first years the Gran Turismo was refreshed. And many of you know that I love this car because they made it for like 12 years. They did not refresh it for that long. So if you have one of these, whether it's from the beginning of the run or the end, and even today, they all look basically the same. So when people see this car, they're gonna assume that you have a pretty new Maserati, even though this one is technically an antique. It's almost 20 years old at this point. She's getting long in the tooth, boys. But I absolutely love this car, and we've driven it quite a bit, but we haven't done any maintenance to it really since the day I bought it. Now, obviously, we've had our adventures trying to figure out the evap issue, right? We've had the gas tank in and out of it, but nothing really changed. We put a charcoal canister in it basically the day I bought it. That didn't really change anything, but this car continues just running along, being flawless, not needing anything from me, and smelling like gas a little bit every once in a while if you leave the windows up. In the hot sun. But also, when we changed that charcoal canister was basically the day I bought it, and the only maintenance we've done is put tires on it and change the oil that day. And the tires were completely gone when I bought it. I knew that going into it, so we threw a set of tires on it, changed the oil, and we've driven it ever since then, kind of all over the country, right? We've driven it to Arkansas and back twice, I think, and on a few different fun trips with friends, and it just continues being a very, very solid car. I know I still see daily comments on the internet about how horrible these cars are and how they're just always broken, and sure, it's got dumb little things like the passenger weight sensor in the seat doesn't work correctly, and of course it smells a little bit like gas sometimes. That's it. There's really nothing wrong with it. So I think a lot of the issues with Maserati are the fact that the owners can't deal with anything being wrong with the car. No used car problems for them. They expect them to be perfect, which is why they buy them, drive them till the lease is up, and get rid of them. They're always perfect. But after that lease is up, if you can handle a couple little used car quirks, really nothing at all that affects its drivability, the AC works great, the system pounds, it's got a great Bose system with a big subwoofer, it's got a ton of luggage room, and it's got 4 seats, so when we're out in Arkansas and we need to haul everybody to dinner and back, a lot of times we all just pile in this. It's perfect for that. So if you're okay with a couple little quirks, you can drive a fun car with a Ferrari derived engine for very, very little money. If you guys remember, I've got like $18,000 in this. That's what this car cost. And it looks like a $100,000 car even today. So shout out to Maserati for building the exact same car for basically 20 years. That's why it looks expensive. So with that said, I just had an oil filter Amazon primed in because it's the only place we can get the Ferrari oil filters quickly. You're either buying it from, you know, some Ferrari wholesaler on the internet or Amazon one day. Those are your options. Let's see, is it the Ferrari filter? It's a new y'all, but I think it has, oh yeah, that's the real filter right there. Whoo, awesome. All right, well, Johnny said that's the place to get it. He was gonna start stocking these because every time I want to change the oil, I do run over here, so we can have his Ferrari and the Maserati in the same place. This car is, for some reason, so good to me. I don't know why. But we'll give it a couple seconds here. It does the Ferrari Maserati thing where it takes like 3 days to clear its check engine light because it runs a self-test. But it'll clear. And of course the airbag light stays on the dash. Honestly though, if I just bought a passenger seat, I could clear that light. And that could be the fix, right? The correct fix is buy the mat, which I think the mat will cost more than a used seat will. And then you tear the seat apart, and he was like, there's no chance it'll go back together. So he's probably right. I wouldn't doubt it, that the Italian craftsmen do such a good job on these seats that there's no easy way to fix them in a shop. All right, guys, let's take a quick little look underneath the Sporkmobile. Tires still good. Not even remotely close to the wear bars. They shouldn't be. I mean, they have like 3,000 miles on them. Front tires still brand new. Nice. No abnormal wear. That looks good. Same over here, looking pretty good. You can't see the ball joints, which is a little bit annoying. They have them covered with these heat blankets, basically, so you can't see those too well. Brakes have a hair of a lip on them. Sway bar end links looking good. I mean, this is a 35,000 mile car, so it better be pretty good. I wouldn't expect any real issues here. What's this? Oh, that's a label. Shrunk up. Easy to get to the oil on this, that's for sure. You can't on a lot of cars. Cats look good, bell housing. For some reason this had a bell housing swap. You can see it's like freshly painted. So I think somewhere along the road the trans was dropped and they did a bell housing swap. Maybe it was making some noise. Ooh, the exhaust came apart. Okay, well, I'll fix that today. This is the R2 stainless exhaust, and it did sound a little bit different, and now we know why. I bet this isn't quite long enough, like it probably doesn't fit that well, so I'll loosen that clamp up, push this back together, and we'll have one problem solved. All right. It actually sounds kind of terrible not being together. Same thing over there. This isn't long enough, that's what's going on. Well, I think everything else looks good under this car. At least we found a new problem. The car decided to blow its own exhaust apart. All right, with that said, oil filter is actually easy to get to right there. So yes, it does drip down on this crossbar and it makes a huge mess that's hard to clean up. You can see from the last oil change there. It's really annoying, okay? That's the best way to say this. You can pull this under tray or you can just spin it off and slide the oil filter out this way. Multiple ways to skin the cat. I think I probably pulled the tray last time, but who knows? It still makes a big mess and runs down the side of the engine. But this thing's still looking new underneath. Kind of impressive. I like it. I just drove this over here, so it's gonna be insanely hot as we get this plug out. But we're just gonna go ahead and send it and see what this oil looks like. Oh, it's hot. Oh gosh. How did I do that? How did I do that? Ben thought it was hilarious, guys. I'm covered. But the oil looks beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry about your tools, Ben. Oil change complete. Obviously you guys saw the oil coming out. It looked really good, so I should probably hit this with some brake clean, get it all cleaned up. New filter installed, and we didn't even have to take the tray off because it did end up dumping straight out off the subframe here and coming down. So I got oil everywhere, obviously. So we'll just spray that down. And we also put the exhaust back together. So the clamps, these clamps are welded in place. You can't slide them or anything like that. So we took a pry bar and Ben pried this thing forward and I wiggled it until we got the exhaust back together, cinched it down. So now it should sound better, maybe run better. All we have to do is fill this thing back up with oil. So let's get it on the ground. See what we got. I can't wait to hear it with the exhaust back together. I think I noticed when it came apart, but I thought something weird was happening, but now we know. It was just the exhaust came apart. One bank had a muffler, one bank didn't. But it does have that X pipe, so kind of both banks had both. Well, we should be about a half point low. Let's hop in here and check it. First, we gotta start it up. You're supposed to let this thing run for 3 minutes before you actually recheck it. Oh, it sounds so much quieter. It might be too quiet now. Oh, it's like 100 times quieter. I kind of want to throw the whole exhaust in the trash now. Let's just leave it after the X-pipe. But I'll admit, it's a good sound. It's back to an old man sound. This car's got an old man feel to it too, so maybe I leave it alone. All right, oil reset done. I'll show you guys how easy it is. If you have an Autel or any scanner that has two-way diag like this, you basically just hit oil reset and service information reset. And then it actually does keep track of when the service was done and it sets it to the vehicle's date and time. So it's very cool. You can scan these and see exactly when the oil was changed last, even if you have no idea, right? There's no sticker in the windshield. I don't like doing those stickers in the windshield. This will tell you if it's time to change its oil, and it'll tell you when, which is great too. And since we're in here, go ahead and double check everything. Fault scan. Come on, give me one fault. No fault. All right, never mind. I guess we're good to go. Well, there you go, guys. That wraps up my, extensive Maserati maintenance for the 2-year checkup here. Everyone tells me that this thing's been broken and down, and it's really never ran more than maybe 1 or 2 days in its life. But the reality is, that's true because I don't drive it. It gets driven once a month, let's be honest. Pretty much once a month. So, oil change done, service indicator reset, exhaust put back together, so I guess technically something broke. It was about 1 second of work to fix, and we're ready to take this thing on its rally. So tomorrow we're using this thing on a supercar rally, and I know it's not a supercar, it's an old lady luxury car, but honestly, I kind of love it. I loved it when I bought it, and I kind of love it today. And it's pretty cheap to own too, oil changes only. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. And I know Johnny'd normally be in the video since we're at German Motor Works, but instead we were just using the lift and buying some oil from him. It's easier to put the bulk oil in this since we're already here, and he's not here today. He might have been in the background a little bit before, but he was leaving when I showed up. So there you go. That's the Maserati update. She's a solid old car, honestly. I'm a little sad. You can't even tell it's running anymore. Listen to that. All right, here's... Okay, you can tell when you get in it, it's still fun. We'll put it back in sport, maybe it'll be a little bit louder. Well, hey, it's a good sound, and as long as it still gives me a couple D-cell pops, I'm gonna be happy. So, that's the full Maserati update. Honestly, still a good car. It was definitely $20,000 worth of car any day of the week.
That was a good spot back there for a minute too.
That was fun.
Yeah.